I want to help you have an absolute breakthrough year this year. And it's 100% up to you because the tide has turned. It's past whether it's happening or not. And there's some huge opportunity in creative real estate, and you can be part of it. All right, guys, Chris Pre with another Deal Structure Sunday. This is actually a deal we did as of the filming anyway, literally just yesterday, took care of this deal. So I want to walk you through this because for one thing, I'm going to give you nuances throughout the deal here. For one thing, the source here is a referral, okay? And I think that's cool in and of itself because think about something for a second. Not just this deal I'm about to show you, but once you get a few realtors, a few mortgage brokers, a few contacts, could be home inspectors, whatever, referring you business, you start racking up 3 paydays and you say, wow, if I get 2 referrals from one person, 1 from another, and 2 from another, that's 5 referrals. The 3 paydays are running these days, 45,000 low, high, recently new high in the 300s. Significant. So it's worth you establishing some referral relationships for sure, okay? All right, well, let me move this for starters because I put that the wrong spot. So deal type is going to be a sub 2, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't do, when I can help it, a term on sub 2s, but there's an equity piece here, so it's sort of a sub 2 owner financing hybrid. And the term for the owner financing piece is 48 months. And I'll talk about why we do that and what's going on there, okay? The debt, I'm going to use round numbers here, not cents. The debt is around 319. We gave them, 31,000. We didn't give it to them. It's going to be no interest, no payments, 48-month balloon. But if you total these, I believe that comes to 351, right? No, 350, sorry. 350 even. If you go on to Zillow today, and please don't rely on Zillow for comps, I'm just giving you a reference. If you go on to Zillow today, this property listed in there for like 380. My son Nick went on and found a comp immediately for like 381. So we're super comfortable with what we did there. Even if it was a little higher, we would have been. Sell price. Now, please, disclosure here. We're going on the market with this week as of the time of this filming. So when you see this, you can ask me what happened, but we're going to start at 3,999. I think we're going to get that all day long on terms. This house is in Florida. We're going to budget a deposit from the buyer of $40,000. Now, as some of you may or may not realize, if you're new to this PlayStation with the channel with the deal structures, this could be over time or this could be all up front. I don't know. And so again, you can ask me if you want to come to one of the Wicked Smart sit downs that take place every Thursday at 4 o'clock. They're free for you. And just say, hey, how did that Florida deal go? We'll talk about it. And we'll tell you what the nuances were with the buyer and all those things. Because at that time, we'll probably have a buyer, right? So come on and talk to us about it. Monthly payment to the bank, PITI, is $21.37. So if you're new, that's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. We're going to go on for $24.50. Now, on occasion, we'll go on for $24.50 and then we'll tack on the tax portion just so the buyer gets used to, okay, I have this payment, just like, hey, I have this mortgage of principal and interest and now I have to add my taxes. That's a homeowner behavior. Sometimes we'll do that, but I'm going to keep this skinny and tell you that that's all we're going to do right there. So the cash flow there is what, about 313 bucks? If you take that over 48 months, that's 15,024. I'm looking at my cheat notes here. So we got a payday 1. Again, ask me later how we did. Payday 1 proposed of 40, payday 2 of 15 grand. Let me show you how this next piece works. I think it's super important for you to understand. We have a price premium here of $49.9. Now, this loan, this underlying loan of $21.37, today has about a $650 pay down. For those of you who have a mortgage, you understand that if it's today at $650, tomorrow, next month it might be $653 or whatever it is, or $659. Here's the punchline here. So this number is always going to be conservative. We're using $650. Here's the punchline here. This loan, I thought it was in the 3s when I first started talking to this prospect, and I'll tell you some conversations in a minute. But this loan has an interest rate of 2.6%. Guys, this is why sub 2 is so important for you to understand, get good at, have a dream team that knows how to execute on that, meaning the attorneys that do this for you and know how to do it safely, legally, and properly, and profitably, okay? Because 2.6 is like free money now. You know that, with rates hovering in the 7s or whatever, even if it was in the 6s. Learn how to do this stuff so you can secure a property for yourself, your family, or as your part of your business, okay? All right, so principal pay down is gonna be roughly 31.2, I'm rounding. We got to give them credit for the 40,000 though, right? At the closing table when this thing closes out, just like any other deal. And so that makes the payday 3 about 41.1. All 3 paydays then is 96,124. And that's, again, if you're new to these deal structures, that's taking payday 1, payday 2, payday 3, and you got down here 96 grand. Now, a couple things here to talk about. Might that 96 grand be lower if the buyer cashes out earlier? Yes. Might it be higher if we extend the buyer because we don't have any clock ticking? Do we have a clock ticking on the 48 months for the $31,000 up top here? Yeah, we do. Let me change colors here. So we have a $31,000. I didn't change colors. We have a $31,000 due in 48 months. Okay, that's fine. Please know that there are so many ways to get that done. We can have the buyer cash out, which is conventional, or we can just use another payday 1 or payday 3 from another deal. And let's hypothetically say we're in month 13 of this deal, and we call the seller and say, hey, I know in 3 years almost we owe you 31,000, and I may be coming across some cash. I'm calling all my sellers. If I was to come across some cash and pay you off, what's the least you could take? Please understand that 36 months seems like an eternity to them, so they're probably going to drastically discount that. I would think they would get that for like 20, 22, 25 tops, or else I wouldn't do it. Just wait for the other 3 years, okay? All right. Again, come to the Wicked Smart sit down if you want nuances on the buyer side, and hopefully Nick or I will be on, and if we're not, we'll come on the following week, or you message support@smartrealestatecoach.com and say, I want an update on the next sit down when Chris or Nick could come on and give an update on the buyer. And as soon as we sell it, we'll come on and we'll rip it apart and talk to you about it, okay? All right, nuances for the seller. This was referred to me by the seller's mom. I don't know the mom, she just knew of us and said these guys will get it done. So when you have a referral, like I opened up the deal structure and I said referrals are strong, the likelihood of you getting a contract, a house under contract, which we call a taken, when it came from referral is much higher than a VA call, expired, or FSBO, right? Okay, that's number one. Number two, I'm not in Florida. So one of our associates, I said, hey, we'll give you a percentage of the deal. You want to kind of be our boots on the ground? You can learn while we do it. They said, sure. So they went out for me. When they went out, they said, Chris, I don't know what it is. Some of the rooms, the house is brand new. It's not that old. It's in a new community. Next to it's this conservation land for owls. Like, it's just, everything screams really cool, sellable house. They're moving to Texas. She said they didn't say why, but they just kept saying they had to get it done and wanted to move on. And that there was a few rooms already packed. So I said, interesting. She also told me that there was a few houses in the neighborhood for sale. So here's what I did. And this is a technique, guys. I'm gonna take my calculator out and do it with you. This is a technique that I teach the high six and the chairmans all the time. When you're on the phone with a seller, I did it by email. I was speaking with the husband back and forth, who I've yet to talk to live. And on email, he said, normal negotiation as a seller. He said, there's some comps down the street for 370. There's one on the market for 370 something. I said, I get that, but here's what I did. Took my calculator out. I said, his name was Andrew. I said, Andrew, let's go with 370 like you're saying in your email. I said, in your marketplace, because these houses are on the market, I said, let's say that you get 97% of ask. But then you have to pay your realtor 6%. So you got to go 94%. Now you're down to 337. You owe 319. That leaves you with 18,366. So what's better? You can take your 18,366 now if it sells, and if that happens, you might get less, and you have to pay your closing costs out of that, your transfer tax and all that. Or you can wait 4 years and we'll give you 31,000. It's a win-win. Long story short, he did it because we got that signed yesterday. As of the time of this filming, we're wrapping it up today to put on the market. Okay, so if there are any questions on this, just reference the Florida deal that Chris did and send it to support@smartrealestatecoach.com. Now, for those of you guys out there that are not associates yet, I can't for the life of me understand why, because we do deals with you, but if you don't want to, or you think you don't have the resources, because if you really knew you could succeed, you'd find the resources. But if you're out there and you just go, yeah, but I come across deals, I'm a wholesaler or a rehabber, or I just see deals that I think, I don't know how to do them, but I know they'd probably be cool, creative real estate deals, we will do them with you. You won't get a big cut like an associate would for revenue sharing, but we will pay you a referral fee, and you can learn as we go, because you'll probably do a walkthrough for us, and you'll probably help with the buyer meeting, and you'll probably help with the inspections, and you'll understand what's going on. We'll probably include you in some of the emails just to help you learn. So that's a possibility for you. We do have an entity, the very one doing this property, that will do those deals with you, okay? Even if you're outside our community. Just food for thought. If you're interested in chatting about that or anything else we do, frankly, let me give you my personal link. But please, I want to just give you a disclosure. If you want to chat, I want the serious and committed people that just go, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm frustrated, or I need money, or whatever it is, and I want to fix it. And if you're keen on fixing whatever you got going on, or progressing, or you're a current investor and you're understanding that the tide's shifting to create a big time and you want to see how to implement that, let's talk. Go to smartrealestatecoach.com/Chris Pre-Call, /Chris Pre-Call. While I'm on links, let me just grab a piece of paper here while I'm on this. I'd like every single one of you to be at our upcoming events. And I actually will give you both links. WickedSmartSummit.com is every spring. So go to that website in case it's past that, and just check out the dates. And QLSlive.com is our big sort of Super Bowl event that we hold in September. And this year it's in Boston. So spring is virtual this year, and September is in Boston. Very easy for you to fly into and just bop over there, okay? If you catch this before the summit, I want to give you a 50% off ticket because I want you there. It's virtual. It's going to be March 20, 21, and 22, but it's only 10 to 3, 10 to 3, and 10 to 1. You can power that out with us. So when you go to smartrealestatecoach.com/summit and use the coupon code podcast50, we give you 50% off, okay? I want to give you a gift. If you don't have our books, go to wickedsmartbooks.com/podcast. I can't imagine again why you wouldn't have the books, but if you don't have to go to Amazon, just wickedsmartbooks.com/podcast. Hope that helps, guys. Gave you some freebies, gave you some direction. I want to help you have an absolute breakthrough year this year. And it's 100% up to you, because the tide has turned. It's past whether it's happening or not. And there's some huge opportunity in creative real estate, and you can be part of it. See you soon.